Hi, Julie Jones from SSB Performance Smarter, Stronger, Better Mindset Training, here with this week's Mindset Made Simple tip. This week, we're talking about the importance of perspective. Is it do or die, opportunity or obstacle? Is it adversity or an advantage? We talked last week about competitiveness or confidence. Everything in our lives can be a dichotomy of good or of bad. Everything that happens to us can tear us down or help us build ourselves back up. And the question is, how do we decide to make things a positive? How do we get rid of the negative narrative that we run in our head, or should I say unproductive narrative that runs in our head after something doesn't go our way, and turn it into a positive narrative, something that we can use to grow, to improve, to increase our performance? That's the question. All of us deal with disappointments on a daily basis. Things go the way we want them to about 1% of the time. So when things don't go our way, what do we do with it? We can't change the outcome. As Zach Brandon, the mental performance coach of the Arizona Diamondbacks, said in a podcast I listened to the other day, he said, the only thing that can change the outcome without changing the facts is our perspective. So that means it is what it is. Right? We hit a line drive, someone catches it, it's an out. The statistics say it's an out, we failed. However, we had a productive at bat for all kinds of reasons. Number one, we showed that the pitcher can be hit. Number two, we picked a good pitch, we followed our process, we put a good swing on the ball. Or we made a great presentation. We wowed the leadership team that we were in front of. And the guys left and the women left and they said, this is great, we're gonna purchase your product, it can help us reach our goals. And later that day, the leader calls and said, you know what, our budget has been reallocated. We can't do what we wanted to do with you. So you failed, you didn't get a sale. That's what the sheet says. The sales sheet says you failed, but you nailed it. You controlled your emotions, you followed your process, you had a great presentation, you won over people who are gonna go to other companies at some point. The budget will come back someday. So how we look at it makes all the difference in the world. Failures aren't always failures, or failures aren't fatal. Listen to the story of Abraham Lincoln. Failed. One of the best presidents in the United States. So what do we do with that? I had one of our teams this week go through their 5-minute mindset training program that I have. And on Mondays, they do a gratitude exercise. Well, this week, we're going to extend it through the whole week. And every day, I'm asking them to write down something that looks for the bright spot. So something they're grateful for, something they're looking forward to, something that's going well or has gone well, in ways they've improved. If we start to look for bright spots in our everyday lives, we can start to train our brains to look for the good in everything, even in the tough stuff. So if we want to change our perspective, we have to practice it. And the cool thing is our mind's with us all the time, so we can practice it at any point. And trust me, this is a struggle for me too. We can practice when we're sitting in traffic. I'm not the most patient person, drives me crazy. But we can say, you know what, maybe this is holding me up for some reason. Or if I would have left a little bit earlier, I wouldn't be rushed. So we're changing our perspective. The traffic, it is what it is. There's nothing we can do about it. We can't change the outcome. We can just change the way we react. We can practice it when we're sitting in the dugout if we're not starting. We can practice it when we're on the field, when we are starting and we're starting to feel pressure, or we're on the pitch, or we're on the court, or whatever it is. We can practice changing our perspective at any time. It's always our choice. And what our perspective is can change everything, because it changes how we react to what happens next. Again, it changes how we react to what happens next. We can't change what happens to us or what happens because of us, sometimes better said, but we can change how we react to it, and then we can change how we think about it and how we use it. So I challenge you this week to change your perspective. If you work with a team or you're a leader, ask them to write 3 things down each day that are good. Look for the bright spots. And we start to train our brain to look for the good in everything. Is everything good? No, we know that. There's bad all around us. But we can learn something from everything. And that's our challenge. And that's our goal. If you'd like to download the worksheet that I just mentioned, you can go to ssbperformance.com/downloads, and you can find it there. And if you'd like to have other information on the training programs that I run, or you'd like to get in touch, you can contact me through the website ssbperformance.com or at juliej@ssbperformance.com. Have a great week. Keep a good perspective. We'll see you again soon.